Hi, and welcome to Essential Pilates Mat Level 1, Flow. So this particular workout will be moving at a flow pace. If you have not previously watched and participated in our Essential Pilates Mat Level 1 detailed instruction video, I would highly recommend that you do that prior to participating in this video. So let's get started. We're going to lay down on our backs to begin. Placing your head prop in place if you deemed that necessary. And let's just start off with a couple of nice deep breaths. We're going to inhale in through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. And I want you to continue to do that for a few more breaths. Gently sending the exhale out through pursed lips, making that transverse abdominis engagement. And now let's gently allow for the pelvis to rock back and forth between your neutral and your imprint position. Mindful that this movement occurs as a result of an engagement of the obliques, not the glutes. And then I want you to establish your neutral pelvic position. Take an inhale in and let's reach our arms up to the ceiling. As you exhale, reaching the arms back and overhead, maintaining contact with the mat with the backs of the ribs. Breathe in as the arms reach back up to the ceiling, and exhale, lowering the arms back down to the mat, maintaining a broadness across the clavicle. Breathing in to reach up, exhaling overhead. Inhale again, exhale, lowering down. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, reaching up, exhale overhead. Inhale back to the ceiling, and exhale to lower the arms back down and beside you. Let's take an inhale and gently move into your head nod. Exhale, return back to your starting position. Inhale into your head nod. Exhale to return. One more time. Inhale to head nod. And exhale to return. We're going to lead this right into ab prep. Inhale, head nod. As you exhale, lift the head from the mat. Continue to flex the cervical spine, leading into thoracic flexion. Breathe in at the top. Exhale, and you're rolling back down and away from your pelvis, back into your neutral pelvic position. Inhale as you head nod. Exhale, cervical flexion, thoracic flexion, but no lumbar flexion. The low back remains still and in neutral. Take your next exhale, and you're going to return back down to the mat. Breathe in. Exhale. Slightly begin your exhale before you lead up into that flexion. The arms are floating up, maintaining the same height as the shoulder, and exhale, lowering back down. One more time. Inhale to head nod. Exhale. Breathe in. And exhale to lower back down. From here, we're rolling over onto our stomachs to set up for breaststroke prep number 1. Hands are beside the shoulders. You can place your head back on your mat, or you can bring your head up into a hover, into alignment with your spine. Neutral pelvic position, abdominals supporting you, pubic bone on the mat, legs together or slightly apart. Take a breath in to prepare. And then as you exhale, your cervical spine begins to extend, leading into thoracic extension. Pubic bone stays in contact with the mat. Breathe in. As you exhale, lengthen your spine back and away, returning to your starting position. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lengthening through the neck, up into thoracic extension. The rib cage is still on the mat. No low back discomfort. Exhale to lower down. If your low back is bothering you, do not lift up as high. Inhale, prepare. Exhale. Breathe in to stay. Exhale to lower back down. We're going to go 2 more times. Inhale to prepare. Exhale as you lift. If on the way up you notice your legs are lifting off the mat, you want to re-engage more abdominals, a little less glute. And lower back down. Final rep. Breathe in to prepare. And exhale into extension. Inhale to stay. And exhale to lower down. From here, pressing back into your shell stretch. Knees together or slightly apart. And again, you can go onto all fours. Actively flexing your spine, pulling your pubic bone forward, folding your ribs towards your hips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more breath in. Take this exhale and let's roll the spine all the way back up. And now we're going back down onto the mat and we're going to be moving into the 100. So head pad back in place. Please remember your modifications. You could keep your head on the mat if that feels more appropriate. Just like in the prep video, you could do 50 up, 50 down. I'm going to keep you up for the full 100 though. Inhale to prepare. Take your exhale, head nod into flexion of the spine. And here we go. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. In. And in, and out, and in, and out. Three more sets. Keep telling your rib cage to slide down towards the hips. 2 more sets. I think I gave you an extra one there. Last one. Now inhale, pause the pulse, but stay up here. And then exhale to lower yourselves all the way back down onto the mat. We're going to bring one leg up. Use that leg to roll you up to a seated position. And we're moving into half roll back. Arms reaching out in front, slide them across that tabletop to fold yourself forward. Take a breath in to prepare. Exhale, deepen your lumbar flexion, more abdominals, and then the glutes get involved. As you inhale, initiate with the abdominals. Try not to let your hip flexor do all the work to pull you back up, and exhale back again. Inhale forward. Ideally, the shape of your spine is identical in both positions. What's changing is the position at the hip joint. So you're rolling your hips away from your thigh, and you're taking the hip back forward to the thigh. But when you go back, it's a little more challenging because that's when gravity is going to want to take you out of spinal flexion. Let's do 2 more. Exhaling back and inhaling forward. And forward. Now we're going to go all the way down to the mat this time. So keep rolling, keep curling the pubic bone to you, and then all the way down, arms back and overhead. And we're going to be setting up for our roll-up modification, starting with the knees bent for the first 3. Breathe in, the arms reach. As you exhale, the head nods. You're going to follow this up. Again, we're not changing the shape of the low back. Inhale to stay. Exhale and lower back down. Inhale, arms lead, the head follows. Inhale to remain. Exhale to lower down. One more time. Inhale, reach. Head nods. Stay for a breath in. Exhale to lower down. Now, you can choose to take the legs out into full extension or leave them bent. I'm going to flex my ankles. Breathing in, leading with the arms. As we exhale, we go into that thoracic flexion. Now, this time on the inhale, we're going to reach those arms back and back and back. How far can you go? Then exhale to lower back down. Watch that you haven't popped your rib cage there. Breathing in. As you flex up, sink your sternum into the mat. Sink that place where the ribs meet into the mat. Now inhale, keep looking at the feet, How far can you go? Exhale back down. We're going to go one more time. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale as the head nods. And then breathing in as the arms come back and back and back. and then exhale all the way down. Allow those arms to circle around. Once again, using a leg to assist you in coming up, and we're setting up for spine twist. So finding that seated position that works for you. If you need to sit on a prop, you can go ahead and grab that. Reach the arms out to the side. Make sure your rib cage is sitting right on top of your hips. Inhale to prepare. We're going to go right into the pulses. Pick a direction. Exhale, maximum rotation for 1. Back off. Go again. 2 and 3. Inhale, return. Exhale, 1. Inhale to return. So you're going to think of pulling in the direction that you're rotating with that side of the rib cage. So as you're going to your right, it's your right ribs pulling you. Your left ribs are pushing around the spinal column. And we're going to go 4 more sets total. Breathing in. Notice that I'm not allowing my trailing arm to come across the body. I'm keeping those arms fixed in position. Last 2. Inhale to return, and 3 and 2 and 1. Inhale to return. Exhale, lower the arms down, and we're going to set up for rolling like a ball prep number 1. Keeping our feet on the floor, hands are going to once again gently press into the sides of the knees. We are inhaling as we come back. Exhaling, fold and restack. Inhale, pubic bone is curling, 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 curling to the belly button. Ribs, tell your abdominals to fold, and then your back muscles are going to lift you back up. That erector spinae is going to rebuild you there. Inhale. Exhale. So this prep is teaching you how to come back up without using the legs. Because when we get into that full rolling like a ball shortly, you will need that skill. 1 more of these. And then coming back up. Okay, we're going all the way back down to the mat. Slow roll down if you can. You can hold on to your legs and use them to help you down. We're going to take a breath in. I want you to exhale and find your imprint. Bring one leg to tabletop. Exhale the other leg to tabletop. Inhale here to prepare. Exhale, the head nods, flex the thoracic spine, arms come beside the knees. We're going into our single leg stretch. So breathe in to prepare. Exhale, send one leg out, outside hand to ankle. That's your exhale, and inhale as we go. How low that leg goes is up to you, as long as you don't feel vulnerable in your low back. Remember, I can stop that knee at 90 degrees, making that a little more challenging on my abdominals. Quick inhale through the center. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Exhale, lower the upper body down. Let's bring our legs to the floor. Hands coming back and behind the head for obliques. Gently float up just a little bit, head into hands, hands into head. Inhale, exhale, flex the thoracic spine. Take a breath in to prepare. Now we're rotating. Remember, we want to see our armpit line up with our hip. Inhale through the center to the other side. So this is your spine twist in flexion. 4 to go. Last one. Inhale to the center. Exhale as you lower down. Hands coming back to the mat. Once again, exhale to imprint. One leg tabletop, other leg tabletop, hands beside the knees. We're setting up for double leg stretch. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, head nod, flex your thoracic spine. Take a breath in here on the exhale, hat off the head. Inhale, circle. Remember, how low the arms and the legs go is dependent on your ability to stay in this flexion height. Don't take the arms so low that you have to lower. 4 to go. Keep drawing the navel in. Last time. Take a breath in. Now briefly lower the upper body back down to the mat. Keep the legs up. Reach them to the ceiling. We're going to go into scissors now. Remember, the arms could be low for this or behind the head. I'm going to choose behind the head. Breathing in. Exhale, head nod, flex up. Inhale to stay. Exhale, one leg forward, one leg away, double pulse. 1, 2. Inhale, pass. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both legs up on the inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, lower the upper body, bring the arms down. One leg, then the other leg to the floor. Let's reach back, remove our head prop so we can set up for shoulder bridge. So once again, feet together for just a moment. Make a V, heels in line with the toes now. Now, neutral spine to begin with. Remember, this is hinging up and hinging down. Breathe in deeply. Now, when you exhale, I want you to push the floor away from you with your arms. When you engage your lat muscle, it crosses the back to help engage the glute. Breathe in to prepare. Exhale, relax the glute contraction. Have your sacrum find the mat before your lumbar spine. Breathe in. Exhale, pressing into the arms, lifting up. Only as high as the upper shoulder blade. Exhale, lowering back down. In to prepare. Exhale to lift. Inhale. And exhale to lower. We're going to go for 2 more. Breathe in. Exhale to lift up. Breathe in to stay. Exhale down. Once more. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale, remain. And exhale to lower back down. We're coming up for saw. Take a hold of a leg to assist you. Roll yourself up. I'm going to turn to face you. Legs apart. Remember, no wider than the width of your mat. You can bend the knees slightly. Arms out to the side. So just like with spine twist, rib cage over hips. We're going to breathe in. Rotate to one side. As you exhale, lift to flex over. So I'm rounding as if there was a ball on my leg. I'm sawing to my pinky toe, big toe if the pinky toe is too far. Inhale, roll back up. Allow that back arm to turn when it feels appropriate. Exhale back to the front. Breathe in to rotate. Again, armpit over hip here. Exhale, my head goes, thoracic, and then lumbar. My arms are pulling apart, but both gravitating to the midline of my body. Inhale, back up. Exhale, return. Inhale to twist. Stay in that twist. Now, when you come down here, the opposite hip of the direction you're rotating needs to stay on the floor. Inhale to roll up. Exhale back to the center. Breathing in. Exhale as if you were peeling away from a wall. Opposite hip down. Inhale to roll up. Exhale to return. We're going to go 1 more in each direction. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to rebuild. Exhale to return back to the center. 1 last time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale as you roll back up. And then exhale to return back to the center. Okay, now we are going to be setting up for our side kick and our side leg lift series. So what I'm going to have you do is we're going to go down and we're going to go through this where we line up our hip and shoulder with the back edge of the mat. And again, I'm going to use my pillow as a little bit of a cushion. Legs forward about 45 degrees. Remember, we want to draw this top hip out of the waistline. So lift that top leg up to hip height. Draw that leg out nice and long. You should feel space now between your bottom rib and the mat. Breathing in, double pulse forward. 1, little further, 2. Exhale, draw back. Inhale, 1, 2. The key here is that the spine does not move in reaction to your leg. So especially when it goes back, I know the ribs are going to want to go forward. That's your intention, is to not let this portion of the body move. 2 more sets. 1, 2, and draw back. And 1, 2, and draw back. Leave that leg back there. Bring the bottom leg back as well. Feel free to take a peek. You want to get your legs in line with you. Bottom leg can stay straight or it can bend for balance. Top leg lifting. So here we go. Point to lift up. Exhale, flex to lower. Inhaling up. Remember, we're not aiming for range of motion here. You do not want your waistline to sink into the mat as that leg's coming up. Here's 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to bring that leg back up to hip height and we're going to go for circles. So we go a little forward, right? Then down, match, back. Don't skip the back part, and then back up. In the detailed version of this, I told you I usually have to bend my bottom leg to do this with stability, and I'm finding that to be the case today as well. Exhale through the bottom. Imagine you were taking your foot and it was a long pencil and you want to draw the exact same circle on that wall away from you. Here's 2 and 1. Pause, reverse, go back, down, forward, a little up, drawing the exact same circle. Do not shave off that back edge. Last 3, 2, final 1, and then a quick reprieve. Bring that leg forward, let that leg drop to the mat briefly. Take a breath in. And we're going to exhale and we're going to come up and we are going to switch our sides. So moving over, once again, you're going to lay down on your back. Align yourself with the back edge of the mat from hip to shoulder. Legs go forward about a 45-degree angle. Take that top leg up hip height, draw it out nice and long so that you've got this hip bone on top of this one and a little space here. Here we go, double pulse forward. 1, remember, leave yourself somewhere to go on. 2, point and return. We're trying to keep the exact same height of the leg the whole time. So your abductors of the hip are holding the leg up at the same height as you're moving this into flexion and extension. So pulse 1, 2, long draw to the back. Watch those ribs as the leg goes back. 2 more sets. 1, 2, and reach. Last time. 1, 2, and reach. Now, bring that bottom leg to match the top leg. Again, you can take an eye gaze check. Make sure you're in a nice long straight line. Draw that top leg to match the bottom, so big toes are even. Top leg abduction. Point to lift, flex to lower. Breathing in. Think more of making this leg reach for the wall away from you than reaching for the ceiling. So you're creating length and then drawing down. Inhaling up. Last 3. Does not take many of these for that muscle to start to fatigue. 2, remember, keep the knee facing forward. And 1. Now we're going to go into those leg circles. I'm going to go ahead and bend my bottom leg again. So now we're going to go a little forward, up, back, and down. Your exhale is going to go through the bottom of the circle. Last 2, and 1. Pause at the top, and then you're going to reverse. So we're going backwards first. I think I went in the same direction there. I did, sorry. 3, and 2, and 1, and oh, blessed be. Bring that leg forward and give that leg a quick break. Taking a breath in and then exhaling. Okay, coming up for teaser. So teaser prep. Okay, so coming back up, find your seated position. And once again, we're going to start with the legs on the floor. Pardon me real quickly, I'm making a technical adjustment on myself here. Okay, so quick review. Find your micro half roll back, stay there, shine the sternum up, give the arms a lift, see if that arm lift is going to be appropriate today or not. Bring the arms back down. Here we go, legs and arms together. And lower. I'm pushing into the floor with one leg as the other floats up. Imagine you just kind of had a string like a puppet and your arms could give that leg a pull. We're going to go 4 more. And what we're going to add a little bit today that was not on your detailed video is a balance hold. Last 2. And 1. Leave the arms down. One leg up. Get ready. If it's not appropriate today, don't force it. Other leg up. So try to keep your sternum shining up, shining up, shining up. I'm going to give you the option to see what those arms can do. Take 2 deep breaths in for me. Breathe in. Remember, the arms could stay forward, the legs could stay down. 1 more breath. And bring one leg, other leg down. Let's grab a hold of those legs. Bring yourself up to seated and just quickly give yourself a nice forward fold. Yes, I was definitely shaking during that. Okay, so from here, we're going to go back onto our stomachs for single leg extension as well as swan dive prep. So, you are going to lay down your forehead on the backs of your hands like so. And that's where I want you to remain. Again, I'm going to keep my head slightly lifted so that I am not giving you microphone feedback. Legs are hip distance apart and laterally rotated. So go ahead and lay your forehead down on the backs of your hands. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract your right glute. Make that right leg lengthen, 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 lengthen until it lifts. And then place it back down. Left leg, contract the glute. Then the leg lifts. Coming back down. Notice as your legs lift, if you feel as if your low back tries to sink to the mat. So as the leg goes up, you want to counter that by drawing the abdominals up as well. So you're only going to let that leg lift up as high as you can keep your abdominal wall supporting your low back from dropping into the floor. Exhale, left. 1 more right, 1 more left. And last one. Now, we're going to go ahead and set up for swan dive prep. Legs are now shoulder distance apart, so they moved a little wider. Hands are back beside you like they were for your breaststroke prep that we did in the very beginning. Inhale, find that breaststroke prep position. Exhale, elbows push the floor away, abdominals draw up, tailbone tucks. We're lifting up. Breathe in. Exhale as you lower, draw the floor backwards, lengthen away, lengthen away, lengthen away from the feet. Breathing in, breaststroke prep 1, elbows push, abdominals lift, tailbone tucks, up you go. Long continuous curve. Exhale down. Breathing in. Some days lumbar extension is just not available to us, so do not go past that thoracic breaststroke position if it does not feel appropriate today. And you will know our low back is not shy ever when it's not happy. One final time. Breathing in and exhale. Inhale to stay. Exhale, draw the floor backwards, lengthen yourself away. And then we're going to come on up, push back for me, and find your shell stretch again. So once again, you're going to take those hands back and beside you, curve the spine actively. Knees could be together or apart, or you could go back up onto all fours, which is where we are headed for leg pull front prep. Okay, so remember, knees together, toes turned under, Wrist just slightly out in front of the shoulders. And once again, I think I have a little bit of a baggy shirt on. I'm going to tuck that in. Keep the head in line with the spine. I'm looking straight down, but my ears are attracted to the ceiling. I'm pushing my fingertips into the mat. I'm pushing the mat forward. Breathe in. Exhale. Hover the knees. Take an inhale. Exhale. Gently place the knees back down without redistributing your body weight. Exhale, knees can press into each other. Mat gets pushed forward. The reason I have you pushing that mat forward, exhale back down, is because the want when you pick up the knees is to shift your weight forward into the arms, changing the wrist angle, and then the wrist becomes unhappy. Breathing in and exhaling down. We're going to go 3 more of those. Take a breath in to prepare. As you exhale, lifting up. Also, when you push into the mat to push it forward, you activate a muscle that stabilizes your shoulder blade against the backs of the ribs, called your serratus anterior. Last 2, abdominals draw up. Tummy's not allowed to sink when I come up. Gravity has access to your neck and your low back in this position, and it would happily oblige those curves. It's your job to counter. Big breath, and exhale down. Now, walk your knees back a little bit, setting up for push-up prep. Allow the toes to meet the floor. Bring your hips into position. Push the floor away. And here we go, lowering for a 3 count inhale. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, inhale, inhale. We're going to go for 3 more if you can. In, 2, 3. Nobody says you have to go down to the floor. Maybe you did it without intending to. Here's your last 1, 2, 3, and press back. Let's push that all the way back. Knees can come apart if you'd like. Send your hips back. Let your chest drop. One more breath, and we're going to body roll that back out, and we're going to come up. Okay, great job, I hope. So that was an essential mat flow. So if you felt a little bit out of pace with that, please go back to the Essential Mat Level 1 detailed instruction. It is a longer video, but it breaks down everything a little bit more. And then again, feel free to come back and try this again. If you've been doing this video for a while and you're feeling really proficient with it, then I would like for you to go ahead and move on to our next level, which would be our Essential Mat Level 2. And then from there, you'd be moving on into the intermediate work. And again, if you have any questions for me, please feel free to send me an email at bodypotentialtraining@gmail.com. Thank you.